So PBS is shutting down, according to USA Today. After more than half a century in operation, the nonprofit responsible for funding public media giants NPR and PBS will dissolve following millions in budget cuts spurred by the Trump administration. The board of the Corporation for Public Broadcasting voted to dissolve the organization on January 5th after Congress voted in July to claw back $1.1 billion that had been allocated for its use. The president has rallied against the CBP, NPR, and PBS since the start of his presidency, accusing the organizations of failing to present a fair, accurate, or unbiased portrayal of current events to taxpaying citizens. Trump has repeatedly targeted media organizations that he perceives as airing content that is unfavorable towards his administration. So I went a little long. I didn't.
No, it's okay.
The
I
last
also
part.
have a quote in the New York Times uh from the president and chief executive of the corporation. It says
Okay.
CPB's final act would be to protect the integrity of the public media system and the democratic values by dissolving, rather than allowing the organization to remain defunded and vulnerable to additional attacks. That comes from Patricia. I can't talk today. Patricia Harrison, the president and chief executive of the corporation. Yeah, that's the quote from the New York Times. Whoops, I clicked on some shit I should. It's a sad day.
Very sad. I mean, this was this was the home of Sesame Street
And other things, yeah.
and other things. Wasn't Arthur on PBS too
I believe so,
originally?
but yeah. I mean, PBS did a lot of great stuff, including the orchestra with Nas.
Yeah.
And
And
so that started Nas on a spectacular run, a Vegas residency, all type of stuff. And that's recent. But if we go back, PBS has done a lot of great things. PBS has always been based on information and free public media. And it's a sad day to see that this will no longer exist. I understand that this came at a vote, but it's pretty clear that they felt like they had no choice because there's no funding. And I'm going to say my thought here, this is not a fact, this is my opinion. It seems to me like they also did it so no one could come in and buy it and do, funny stuff with it.
yeah.
And so I don't really have a take. This is more just sad news, to be honest. This
Yeah.
is more signs of the time. And I think it sucks. That's really all I got here. Not gonna say that. I'm not gonna sit here and act like we were running to PBS, like we run to HBO Max or something, But as a kid, especially, PBS played a pivotal role in a lot of our upbringings.
Mhm.
It was Channel 13 locally for us. And you knew when to go run over to 13 to catch your show or to put on the show for the kids.
Yeah.
And they were always based on educational content, free content for the kids, for the public. I never thought that was a bad thing. And so for me, this is just a sad day.
Well, don't be so sad because as I scroll down to the bottom, there is a question here that they do answer, and it says, "Will NPR?" Because I was trying to look up what happens to NPR. It says, "Will NPR PBS shut down?" And it says NPR and PBS as a whole will not shut down, at least for now. But many associated properties, especially those in more rural or lower income areas may suffer. CPP was a significant portion of NPR and PBS's funding, but not all of it, meaning the organizations will have to find another means of filling in the multi-million dollar gaps.
Yeah.
So we're probably going to see a lot less of these companies, and whatever programming they offer we're probably going to see a reduction there, or even just reductions in their workforce, which always, I think, trickles down to the quality of the work, um, and the quality of the content. So yeah, it's still very sad. I'm glad that it's not like it's just going dark completely immediately, but it looks like it's certainly heading in that direction, which
Yeah,
is
it seems
really
like it's just a
sad.
matter of time.
Yeah. I mean, you've got Sesame Street over on the streaming platforms now, and it's just different. Like the whole media landscape is different from way different from when PBS originally started. So
Yeah,
if there's not enough funding there, I don't see how they survive very long.
yeah, valid point.